eyes close to the lights, yeah. Having big dreams, little time, yeah.
Yo, peace and love. Neighborhood niggas checking in. Good in the hood. And today I want to talk to you all about wisdom. That's one of the things I want to talk to you all about. Um, you know, lately I've been on this app called Clubhouse. Haven't been on there as much as I was initially. Um, but as I'm on the app, I'm noticing that there's a lot of repetitiveness going on. There's a lot of ego going on, and these things can get us caught in the loop, right? So, you know, why I want to talk about wisdom and why I want to talk about, I want to talk about ascension and loops, okay? So, just sparking it off. Today's Thursday. Um, shout out to that big Jupiter energy, that, expansion, um, luck, prosperity, you know what I'm saying? Um, I was born on a Thursday, so I really vibrate and resonate with this day, period. So, as I was saying, when I was on Clubhouse, I'm hearing a lot of different things. And one thing that a lot of people have to really understand when you on this spiritual journey is that your journey is your journey, okay? So, it's so easy to listen to people converse about things and then accept what they say as your own truth. But how can you accept that as your own truth if it doesn't resonate? If it's not something that you can literally say, "Oh yeah, that's you know, that's me." Because the thing is that I know a lot of people. I'm not the only person with the gift of gab. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people out here that can talk smoothly and really convince you of certain things that may not be to the best of or may not serve your highest purpose. You know what I'm saying? So one thing that I really, one thing that we as people who are on this path need to understand is you chew up the meat and you spit out the bones. All right. That's as easy. It's as simple as it sounds. Like you get all the things of substance that people have to talk about, and then you discard the rest. Because here's the thing: with all of us having our own path and our own purpose in life, and we're doing our own things, like the issue that comes to play is when we decide to take on characteristics that aren't our own. So if you don't truly know yourself, say for example, if you were playing a video game, right? And you picked the soldier class, okay? The soldier class isn't gonna be out here trying to heal people because he's not a medic. He's a soldier. You know what I'm saying? He's on the front line. He's, you know, assault. You know what I'm saying? That's his thing. But he's not gonna go around here healing people up and you know what I'm saying, bandaging people up because that's not his skill set. So he would be a detriment to the team if he was a assault class trying to play like a medic. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that when it comes to us, like as beings, we lose ourselves when we hear some things. And sometimes it be good, we hear things, people being like, well, yeah, I do this, you know what I'm saying? I live off grid. I got 4 or 5 wives, like, you know what I mean? I'm into all this type of stuff. Okay, that's really dope. You feel me? But just know that when you listen to these things, you know what I'm saying, everything may not resonate with you. Maybe one part does, or maybe nothing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you want to live off grid, so that part resonates. But then maybe you don't have the capacity to serve 4 or 5 wives. Like, that's all okay because you yourself are a sovereign and divine being. You feel me? Um, we can get caught up in these loops, and a lot of times it's loops of, like, it could be loops of anything, you know what I'm saying, whether it be loops of learning, you know what I mean, because sometimes people is like, okay, I'm just gonna read, I'm gonna learn, and I'm gonna get all this knowledge. That's beautiful. You got all this knowledge stored up, you know what I'm saying, you know how to quote certain things, you know how to do certain things. That's fine. But knowledge is not wisdom. Knowledge applied is wisdom. So a lot of times people lack on the wisdom part, because they feel like they've done their job already. Like they feel like because they've learned a lot of things, they don't have to go apply those things they learned. They like, well, since I know it, I can just overcome that aspect mentally. But that's the thing, a lot of times when we talk about alchemy and overcoming things mentally, you have to put in some physical effort as well, because it's called, you're building a habit, right? You're building a habit and you got repetition. So, you know, for example, there's people out here that's like, you know what, I can eat whatever I want to eat because I know that mentally that food, I'm bigger than that food. So that food's not going to have an effect on me because I transmute it mentally. Well, you can think that, but if you don't necessarily put in the actual effort to transmute that, if you think that you can just sit down and then just think because you ate this steak that you're not going to gain any weight or you're not going to feel sluggish afterwards, that's not the case, because you're also living in the physical realm. So you have a mixture of both physical and spiritual aspects to yourself. You are both. That's why you're such a divine being. And so a lot of times, we miss out on the physical application because we get so stuck up here. And it's we have to realize and remember that it's a combination of both. You see what I'm saying? So it's easy to get caught up in the loops where we're like, okay, um, you know, you you're not learning from your last lesson. Like you may have been in a relationship, and then you all go through some things and you all break up, and then 3 4 months down the line you come across another individual, and that individual has similar characteristics to the last individual that you just dealt with, and you thinking that it's nostalgic and wanting to embrace that instead of not realizing that, oh well, maybe the lesson was not indulging with this type of person because it's always going to lead me down this wrong path. You're gonna get caught up in the loop because things they formulate in cycles. The moon goes around the Earth every 28 days. Mercury goes around the planet every 88 days. There's a cycle behind everything. So when you don't take the time really to, when you don't take the time to really observe the cycles around you, you can get caught up in the loop. So that's where ascension comes from. Okay, that's where ascension comes into play. Once you start to acknowledge the loops and the cycles that you've been a part of, then you can ascend past those things. And so it's like, I always give video game analogies because I grew up, I was a gamer. You know what I'm saying? So when you beat a level, say if you were playing a racing game and you was racing, you went around the loop 3 times, and then you finally won, right? That's when you get an opportunity of ascension. So when you get the opportunity of ascension, you reach a new level. So now you have new bosses. Now you have new abilities. Now you have new trinkets. You know what I'm saying? You have all the good stuff that come with the new. But at the same time, you have the challenges that come with it as well. So what we have to realize is that even when you ascend, that doesn't necessarily mean that those past challenges that you went up against and you passed that time, it doesn't necessarily mean that it won't come back up again. Because it's the same thing, like I say, with video games. Like, you may come across a new level and you may have new challenges and new people and stuff like that, but then you may come across an old person that was on this other level that you already know how to beat, but they just there. You know what I'm saying? Because they serving as a reminder of the things that you've already overcame. So that way you don't go and backtrack. You know what I mean? The key is to continuously move forward. It's not, what I'm saying, if we look back, it's only to reflect, or it's only to learn what we don't need to reiterate or continue. You see what I'm saying? So it's important when it comes to just, this is free game right here. This is free. This is wisdom right here. When it comes to the loops and ascension, you know what I'm saying, and applying your wisdom, these are aspects of the spiritual walk that everybody has to take into consideration if you really want to be a divine individual. So that way you can create a community and unify with other divine individuals. You know what I'm saying? You have to be serving and be operating in your higher self because you are a key component to the whole picture. It's like Bug's life. It's like if everybody wasn't playing their role, it wouldn't matter because the cockroaches would destroy the ants, the bugs. If everybody wasn't playing their own unique role. You see what I'm saying? So it's important that you really get to know yourself. When you listening to other people, you know what I'm saying, take it in with a discerning ear. You know what I'm saying? Even this video that I'm giving you right now, like take it in with a discerning ear. Chew up the meat, spit out the bones, and then you apply what you can use in order for you to grow, in order for you to get to the next level and ascend. All right. So with that being said, that is this episode of Neighborhood Niggas. Thank you all for checking in with me, popping in, checking out the video. Like I said, we got more content on the way. I got a lot of stuff in store for you all. So, you know what I'm saying, continue to share your support. Please like, comment, share. You know what I'm saying? And let's continue to grow, family. That's what we're going to do. All right?
It's like I get